In the realm of martial arts and entertainment, Bruce Lee stood as a colossus, a figure whose influence transcended borders and left an indelible mark on the world. Born in San Francisco in 1940, Lee Jun-fan, as he was known in his native Cantonese, would grow up to become a martial arts legend and a cultural icon. His mastery of martial arts, particularly his groundbreaking fusion of traditional Chinese kung fu with Western boxing and philosophy, propelled him to international stardom. By the early 1970s, Bruce Lee had become a household name, thanks to his mesmerizing performances in films such as Enter the Dragon and Fist of Fury. His physical prowess, lightning-fast strikes, and charisma on screen captivated audiences around the globe. He was not just a martial artist, he was a philosopher, a poet, and a symbol of the fusion of Eastern and Western cultures. Yet, amidst the zenith of his success, the world was about to be shocked by an event that would shroud Bruce Lee's legacy in mystery and speculation for decades to come. In the summer of 1973, Bruce Lee was at the height of his career. The martial arts maestro was in Hong Kong, working on his latest film, Game of Death. The movie promised to be another blockbuster, showcasing Lee's unparalleled skills and his evolving philosophy on martial arts. However, the shadow of an enigma loomed over the set. As the filming progressed, rumors circulated about Bruce Lee's health. Some claimed that he was pushing himself too hard, dedicating long hours to perfecting each scene. Others whispered about a mysterious ailment that had plagued him for weeks. In the midst of the speculation, Lee himself remained characteristically stoic, dismissing concerns about his well-being. Those close to him, however, noted a change. Linda Lee Cadwell, Bruce's wife, observed a weariness in his eyes, a fatigue that seemed to seep into his very bones. She pleaded with him to slow down, to take a break and focus on his health. But Bruce was a man driven by passion and an unquenchable thirst for perfection. He waved away her concerns, insisting that he could handle the pressure. The turning point came on July 20th, 1973. After an intense day of shooting, Bruce Lee complained of a headache. The pain, however, was not an ordinary one. It was a searing agony that gripped his head with an intensity that left him incapacitated. Concerned crew members rushed him to the hospital. Medical experts were puzzled. Initial examinations revealed no obvious cause for the excruciating pain Bruce was experiencing. Neurologists and specialists were called in, conducting a battery of tests to uncover the source of his suffering. As the hours turned into days, the mystery deepened. Rumors spread like wildfire. Some whispered of foul play, suggesting that Lee had enemies in the shadowy world of Hong Kong cinema. Others speculated about the curse of the Lee family, with its roots supposedly tracing back to ancient Chinese legends. Theories ranged from the plausible to the outlandish, reflecting the collective bewilderment that gripped the public. Amidst the confusion, Linda Lee Cadwell stood by her husband's side, grappling with the uncertainty of his condition. The hospital room became a nexus of conflicting emotions: fear, hope, and an overwhelming sense of helplessness. Linda, a martial artist in her own right, was accustomed to seeing Bruce overcome challenges, but this was a battle of a different kind. Meanwhile, the global community of Bruce Lee fans held its collective breath. The news of his hospitalization sent shockwaves around the world. Martial arts dojos dedicated training sessions to their hero, and the silver screen seemed a little dimmer without Bruce Lee's electrifying presence. Days turned into weeks, and Bruce Lee's condition remained critical. The medical team struggled to identify the root cause of his ailment, considering everything from a sudden allergic reaction to a rare neurological disorder. Theories proliferated, but answers remained elusive. In an era before the internet and instant communication, the public relied on sporadic updates from news outlets. Each headline fueled the speculation, with reporters and fans alike desperate for any glimmer of clarity. The narrative of Bruce Lee's mysterious illness had captured the imagination of the world, transcending the boundaries of culture and language. Finally, on July 27, 1973, the news broke: Bruce Lee was dead. The shock reverberated through the global community, leaving behind a void that seemed impossible to fill. The man who had defied gravity with his kicks and punches, who had inspired millions with his philosophy, was gone. The official cause of death was listed as cerebral edema, a condition characterized by the accumulation of excess fluid in the brain. But this explanation did little to assuage the lingering doubts and questions that surrounded Bruce Lee's untimely demise. Speculation shifted from the cause of his illness to the circumstances leading up to it. Conspiracy theories blossomed like mushrooms after a storm. Some pointed fingers at the triads, the organized crime syndicates of Hong Kong, alleging that Lee had run afoul of powerful figures within the industry. Others raised questions about the supernatural, invoking ancient Chinese folklore to explain the tragedy. The more grounded theories focused on the possibility of an adverse reaction to medication or a pre-existing medical condition. As the world grappled with the loss of an icon, the Lee family found themselves at the center of a maelstrom. Linda, in particular, faced the dual burden of mourning her husband and shielding their children from the relentless media scrutiny. The grief was compounded by the weight of unanswered questions, the nagging sense that the full truth of Bruce Lee's final days remained elusive. In the aftermath of Bruce Lee's death, investigations were launched to shed light on the circumstances leading up to that fateful day. Autopsies were conducted, and forensic experts delved into every aspect of his medical history. Yet the conclusions were far from conclusive. The mystery persisted, leaving room for doubt and fueling the enduring legend of Bruce Lee. Over the years, numerous books, documentaries, and articles have attempted to unravel the enigma surrounding Bruce Lee's death. Some have delved into the possibility of foul play, while others have focused on medical explanations, exploring everything from an allergic reaction to an adverse reaction to medication. Each theory has its proponents and detractors, and the debate continues to this day. One prominent theory suggests that Lee's death was the result of a reaction to a painkiller he had taken for a back injury. According to this narrative, an ingredient in the medication triggered a severe reaction in his body, leading to the cerebral edema that claimed his life. Skeptics, however, question the plausibility of such a scenario, pointing to the lack of definitive evidence. Another line of inquiry examines the role of stress and overexertion in Bruce Lee's demise. The argument goes that the relentless pace of his work, coupled with the physical demands of his roles and the pressure to maintain his image, pushed his body beyond its limits. This theory, too, is met with skepticism, as many argue that Lee was accustomed to rigorous training and had faced similar challenges in the past without dire consequences. The enduring mystery of Bruce Lee's death has become a touchstone for martial arts enthusiasts, film aficionados, and conspiracy theorists alike. The lack of a clear, irrefutable explanation has given rise to a mythology that transcends the man himself. Bruce Lee, the legend, exists in the interstice between fact and fiction, his life and death intertwined in a narrative that defies easy categorization. As the years have passed, the debate over Bruce Lee's death has taken on a life of its own. Theories have multiplied, each offering a different perspective on the circumstances surrounding that July day in 1973. Some see the hand of fate, others the machinations of unseen forces. The only certainty is the enduring impact of Bruce Lee's legacy, a legacy that continues to inspire and mystify. In the annals of martial arts and popular culture, Bruce Lee's death remains an enigma, a riddle without a definitive solution. The man who once embodied the fusion of East and West, of philosophy and physicality, now exists as a symbol of the mysteries that persist beyond the reach of understanding. Whether viewed as a cautionary tale, a tragedy, or a testament to the complexity of human existence, Bruce Lee's untimely passing is a chapter in history that refuses to be closed. The legend endures, and with it, the questions that surround the life and death of a martial arts icon.